Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live Friday show. Happy Friday! Hi, everybody. It's a little bit early for us today. It's only 12 o'clock noon here, but hey, it's never too early to celebrate a happy Friday. I hope you are having a great Friday, and we always kick it off with a cocktail, of course, a little early, but you know what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I know it's 5 o'clock in Iceland, so we're all good. So this month's flavor of August, is one of my favorites, pineapple. So I started with a cocktail that we probably make a lot of times, right, Mr. HP?
Oh yeah, for sure.
This one is easy to make. We always have all the ingredients on hand, and so it's a quick one, and everybody likes it. So this one is called a pineapple ginger cooler. Yes, easy, easy. All you need is vodka, pineapple juice, ginger beer, and a little bit of lime juice and some sparkling water. Very refreshing. You taste that pineapple, and then you taste a little hint of spicy ginger if you use that Q ginger beer, because it's got like a spicy ginger flavor, and then a little bit of lime juice to balance it all out, and some sparkling water so it's not too sweet. Love it, love it. And of course, easy to make, non-alcoholic. Leave out the vodka, and it's still a really nice, refreshing drink. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Skull to my friends in Iceland.
Yeah.
All right, so we've had a busy week. Of course, it's Color Club week at the GE warehouse. We got all of the packages shipped out yesterday and today. So I was going to show it to you today, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to let folks receive their package, most of them at least. And so I'm going to wait till Tuesday to show you, to show you this month's color. And show you the fabrics, of course. Yeah, a little tricky, little trickiness. But so I just want to ask those that are subscribed that to wait a little bit. Don't post photos of your fabrics until after my Tuesday show. Please, please, please. It's always fun for everybody to get a little surprise in their mailbox. So it'll be even better. This one is really beautiful, I have to say myself. It was really happy warehouse all week. All right, I wanted just to mention we're still getting a lot of emails about the Christmas in Europe, when the fabrics will be arriving. I know we are getting a big chunk of them next week, and then we are just waiting for one last one. So we're hoping by the end of the month that we will have all of the fabrics, and so by early September we will know how many extra kits we will have and put up for sale. So just please be patient. I'm trying to be patient with my vendors. Everything is just so wackadoo with deliveries, as you probably have noticed in other industries. So we just have to show patience. And if you missed it, we are pushing the start of the Christmas in Europe Mystery Block of the Month until September 15th. Those of you that already purchased, nothing is going to change. We're just going to move it back a month. So we'll start on the 15th. And the best part is, if you haven't purchased your digital pattern and video package, I will keep the same special price until we start. So you can still kind of get in on that really good price. All right, so I wanted to also mention we've had a lot of fabrics come in, and we're getting even more. So we've been wanting to make room. So I moved a whole bunch of bundles into our sales section. Those that have been with us a while are still lovely, so check that out. Some have dropped the price quite significantly, so you can get great deals on fabric if you're looking for fabric to make for gifts for the holidays or anything. Stock up, check that out. For example, we also have all of our kits 25% off. That includes the 3 different Astrid kits that we used for the retreat. And so we have a few left of those. They've been flying out the door. 25% off of a great kit is really a good deal. So check that out while we still got them. And then also, if you were a part of Fast and Furious Club last year, so the last season 2, we still have a few kits for those projects. So easy to snatch up, 25% off is a great deal for, they're all small gifts, all quilt as you go, so they go together quickly. Great for small gifts coming into this winter and holiday season. So get prepared, get prepared. So check that out. We will keep the special on the kits going throughout the weekend, so you can take some time and check that out. All right, so I've been working on Fast and Furious Club. Yes, we are gearing up for season 3 of Fast and Furious Club. Now, what is Fast and Furious Club? It is a monthly video and pattern quilt as you go. So this has been going on now 2 years now. We started in September. It's a 9-month program where each month you will get a pattern, a brand new pattern, and a video class on how to make a quilt as you go project. And we are going to be launching season 3 on September 1st. So you'll get to see the first 3 projects of season 3. So the projects for September, October, and November. And of course, if you're new around here, I always have a special price for the whole 9 months. And then you can purchase it in trimesters or just individual projects. So it's a great, fun projects. They go together quickly because they're quilt as you go. So once you're done piecing, you're also done quilting. And I have to say, I've been working on that first project. I'm going to be making multiples. I've already made a couple. It's so quick and it's so beautiful. And I can't wait for you to see it. Can't share anymore. Yay! So I would love to see in the comments how many of you have been a part of Fast and Furious Club, and if you are excited about season 3. It's always great to have those little fast projects kind of in between your big quilts. It's great to go back and forth. And so all you need to do, Fast and Furious, is it really helps to have a good walking foot on your machine, and then you can do it. You can really do it easily. All right, I see people are excited. That's great. Great. I did show you last Tuesday a few blocks from my Starflower Christmas quilt that we're working on. So we got the blocks done. Part of them are up on my design wall. I kind of threw them up there just to be able to take a photo and show you where we're at with it. But before I do that, let me show you what I'm talking about. So last Tuesday, I showed you this bundle that came in. It's Starflower Christmas. It's by Create Joy Project for Moda. So you might this look might look familiar to you. It's been one of our favorite designers. Remember Moody Bloom? And there's been other similar collections. Sunshine Soul is one of them that we still have. But this is their holiday line. So what I did, I used some of the prints from the bundle and then pulled in two prints. So we're making Matrix out of my Stripology Squared book. So let's just look at the Matrix quilt before. So I adapted that pattern a little bit and changed it up. So this is Matrix. So what you need for that is assorted fabrics for the kind of squares in the back, and it's like an hourglass block with a hashtag on top of it. So 2 different fabrics for the hashtags will create that look, and then you would make these hourglass blocks. But I eliminated the hourglass part, so there will be just a solid fabric for each square with a hashtag block. Very easy to do. So the fabrics that I used for the 2 different hashtags were these 2, which we do have in 3 yards and 1 yard. So it's the red snowflakes and the blue snowflakes. So we have them in 1 yards and 3 yards. And then I'm going to be using this main print for my border. So the Starflower Christmas in the white background, that'll be my border. So we'll lighten it all up. Very pretty. So let's check out my blocks on the design wall. So there they are. Of course, I will be switching them around. This is just a part of it. I threw the border up there too. So I may add a little narrow border of maybe that teal that we have in 1 yards as well. So the teal snowflake might go around before I add the border. but I think it's going to be awesome if you like florals, and it has kind of that watercolor look just like the Matrix quilt does, but much easier and faster to do this. So the only adaptation you need to do for the Matrix pattern, if you go into the Matrix pattern and you look at where you have to square up your hourglass block, and so you start with a square that size. So you don't start with 10-inch squares. I believe it's 9, and then you go from there. Everything else is the same. You cut your 2 accent fabrics for the hashtags the same. The only difference is you start with smaller squares and you don't do any of the hourglass stuff. So it's a pretty quick one, and it's going to be beautiful. It's a great way to use up more kind of busier fabrics, more florals and things like that. So check it out if you want to try it out. We got the bundles still. I know they've been flying out because people are loving this idea. Actually had someone come over to the warehouse yesterday and wanted to see what we're doing, so we were able to show her the blocks, and she wanted to have it just like ours. So loving that, and loving the fact that we've been able to inspire you with what we're doing with our beautiful fabrics. So I will get this one done and probably get her to get Gertie to take over hopefully by the end of next week. So I've got a lot of stuff to work on, a lot of stuff. So it's in the queue, but I've been getting back to my sewing machine, which is just a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. She's been working. Sola's been working, hasn't she?
She's been working.
Yes. And one great thing we have in the show early today, usually after our Friday shows, I get a little bit of sewing in. So now we're early. He's got a gig that he needs to go rehearse for. And so I get more sewing time. So I'm happy. And I'll have my little cocktail too, at least somewhat. Is yours still there, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Good. I made his very weak because he has to drive. So anyways,
I don't think there's nothing in here.
I know, I made it very, very, very rated G, I guess. All right, so I want to start by showing you. Oh, I left them all at the warehouse. We have a brand new 1-yard basic in the house. It's called Seeds, but I'm gonna have to show you on Tuesday. They are beautiful. They are a perfect addition to our my fabric pulls. I haven't pulled any with it yet, but they just hit the shelf. So I'll show you on Tuesday, I promise. I just took them and left them.
You're janking all the people.
I know, I'm sorry. I got plenty of other stuff to show you. And this first one is actually not on the list because I forgot to put it on the list. But this one is a really unique bundle. So it's a five half yards, but it's called Low Volume Lollies. It's by Jen Kingwell for Moda. So they're 5 half-yard pieces. However, each half yard piece really has 8 different prints. So it's a beautiful, beautiful way to build up, if you love scrappy, and build up your collection. You buy 5 half yards, but you really get 40 different prints. Little pieces of it, but that's how it works. So let me show you these, how they work. So they are all neutrals. So we're talking blacks and grays, and black on white or black on gray taupes, that kind of thing. So this is the half yard cut. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 prints in each one. And the width of this is about 5 inches. I think it's actually a little bit wider. Now I feel like I need to measure it just because you're watching me. And so, yeah, it's about there's a little cut line in between. So from the cut line to the cut line, it's 5.5. So that's good. So what you could do with this, you could cut 5-inch squares. You could cut 5 by 10-inch rectangles. You could cut 2.5-inch strips and have 2 of each. Yes, they're only 18 inches because it's a half yard, but this would give you such a variety to make a really fun, scrappy quilt. You know, some of my strip quilts don't necessarily need full width strips. So this is just I thought that was a really cool idea, and would just go really well with my patterns and my philosophy of, you know, having variety. So this is one of the prints. I'm just going to show you all 5 just because it's fun. You know, it's fun to see different fabrics and a great concept. So here we have these 4. So these are more of a kind of a dove gray background. And over here, a little bit more black, but still that gray. Some of the same prints, but in a different color. We have the dark charcoal, this one. So same prints, but totally different look. So you could do even a gradation with this. Here we have the ivory background with a little bit of gray. So they just look so cool and look different. And I love the dots here. There's gray and white in there. And then the last one is the lightest. So here we have just the kind of light ivory print with very light gray pattern. So low volume lollies is the name of this bundle. 5 half-yard pieces that all will still give you 40 different versions. So we'll do this. Isn't that cool? It's a really neat idea. So there it is. And it's a great price for all of that variety. All right. So this next one is a pre-order that we've been waiting for since March. It finally arrived. Botanicals for Moda. So you might notice that quilt in the corner. I've shown you this before because we've been anticipating this bundle for a really, really long time. So let me show you the quilt I made. We took a great photo of it outside so you can see more of it. So this is Sammy. Made with a Botanicals bundle, and then I used just one accent fabric for all of the accent pieces and the binding. But I love this. It's very kind of earthy tones, very neutral, calm colorways and tones. I love the bird prints. So I'm going to show you the bundle. I love the bird prints because I don't know, I have a thing for bird prints. I don't know what it is. But I love the little names of the birds as well. And of course we have some of these in Iceland. We have, so this is, I'm kind of going from the darkest colorways into the lightest. So kind of this dark grayish browny taupe. It's a really nice, cool color. So not too brown. Here we have great typography print. Some of the words are here: beauty, beauty to behold, heavenly, greenery, calm, glorious. I love that. Great texture on that print. And then we have the small leaf print here. Going into this really great texture. It's kind of like little bird print, like footprints. But I really love that texture. I kind of wish they would make this into a basic. Botanicals, yes. We have this the leaf print in a little bit lighter, so we're going into kind of more of the lighter taupe color. We have the birds in the lighter taupe. And then the plant print, which I love too. A very nice, classy, kind of botanical drawings that we see in the books. And then we have that same texture print again in the lighter color. And then we have the lightest hue, which is a really nice off-white with the leaf print. We have the botanical print. And then we have the birds again. So I love the gradation of this. This would look so good in many patterns. I wanted to make one. This is why I made the Sammy with it, because, you know, normally Sammy, well, in the book, it's really bright color. So I want to show how the versatility of patterns that you can make it in any color. So I loved making that. This would be great in my glacial ice quilt. Anything that has just texture made with the colors would just work phenomenal. Any other ones like prisms, many patterns and fabrics where I used fabrics that are similar tones, of course, will work. This will make a great Lexi. I mean, I can go on and on and on. But we have, so we have some of the prints. We have two of the bird prints, the dark one and the taupe one, both in 1 yards and in 3 yards as well. And also these 3 prints that are not in the bundle, but they are the Janet Claire solid. So they're a textured solid in the charcoal, in the graphite, which is the medium, and then in the vintage gray, which is almost like more of a taupe to me. So we have those 3 in the solid. So great for little narrow borders, for bindings, for accent strips, things like that. So that is available both in 1 yards and 3 yards. Great backgrounds, any of those. But then I love to throw in like an accent, something to pop it with. And the couple of colors that stood out to me is the red on the breasted, on the robin, the breast of the robin. And then there's just a little bit of kind of like a mustard yellow in the flowers, just very subtle, but it's a great way to pull something out. So what I did for the rusty color, I pulled 3 here. The one that I used for the Sammy quilt, we're out of stock on, but we will get it back. But these, so depending on what hue you want, I did the Bumblebears dark terracotta for like a little more pop, more red. And the Jack's rust is probably the closest color. And then the Dash Flow brand is the most subtle. So if you want just a subtle, something that will mix in, this will be great as well. So that is for those reds. If you wanted to go more into the yellows, depending on the hue, I wanted to start with kind of the brightest. It is a pretty bright yellow, but there's very little of it. So if you wanted something to really pop, I love this Canvas Bumblebee because it has the darker and the lighter hues in here. So it is subtle and still bright at the same time. Then I also love this Deco Stitch in the Sun Glow, a little bit deeper yellow, but still beautiful. And then if you want it more mustard, the Floral Elements and the Honey Mustard is one of my favorites too. So they would all look really good with all of these. It just would depend on what look you wanted to do to throw in there. So I just love this bundle. I love the versatility of it. Lots of folks that maybe are not for the super bright fabrics, this is something that would always work, and especially if they're bird lovers and nature lovers, for sure. So should we show them the quilt again? It's always just different to see a quilt. And as you can see on the hanging behind me, you know, I used all the darks and the lights, so it does have a lot of action and movement in it just by adding all those darks and the lights together. All right, so Botanicals finally here. So if you had a pre-order for this, they all went out already. Very happy about that, to get that out to you. All right, so we have another brand new bundle, and I think this is, we're getting close to having all of our Halloween fabric in. Not quite there yet, but we're getting close. So, which is great because not next week, but the following week, we will be having a Halloween spooky show and giving you all kinds of Halloween inspiration, patterns, sewn quilts, and samples. So I can't wait. All right, we're going to start with, this is Hometown Halloween. This is by Kimberbell. So really kind of whimsical, her great colors. And if you do any of Kimberbell's embroideries, this is probably going to fit right in. And so this is Broomhilda's, or she had a Broomhilda's block of the month, I think, or kind of a sampler quilt that is all embroidered